And welcome everybody to Meet the Polymaker after a little bit of a hiccup on the first start there. Round two, let's go. Welcome in everybody. I'm your host, Joel. If you don't know me, that's my name. It's been my name since birth. Polymaker was just added when I married into Polymaker a little over a year and a half ago. So welcome in everybody. I've just realized I don't have it on, so let me put that on there. This is live. There's a ticker. I am awesome in chat. Get you entered for a chance to win some filament at the end of the show, so you got to bear with me, but most importantly, you got to meet our next maker, who's been kind of an OG around the house. Most people know who he is. Maybe you've met him at events. Everybody's fell in love with his smile. But Bob from California, we finally have on the show, so we'll get to know more about Bob if you know him or don't know him. Awesome guy. Can't wait to learn a little bit more about the in-depth stuff and life of Bob. So we'll do that here in a few. But if you're new here, we talk about 3D printing news. We show off community prints that are shared over on our Discord at discord.polymaker.com. And you can share yours too. The good, bad, the ugly. We might show it on the show. You never know. But with that said, again, welcome in everybody. Been a little hiatus lately. Happy to be back here live. And let me make sure, I hope everybody hears me. I don't see anything in chat and I see my mic working, so we're good. Audio's working. So with that, we're going to head over to Hot and Headlines. And first up, we're going to talk about selective ironing. This is something I found over on Hackaday. So not really, I mean, it's news. It's always news. If it's information, it's news. But gentleman has actually worked on finding ways to get different surface patterns on the top surface of your prints. Most of us know what ironing is. Gives you that nice smooth where the nozzle just extrudes a little bit of filament, but more so kind of melts the top layer to make it smooth. Well, why not use that to kind of dig in designs into the layers? And that's exactly what this gentleman has done. I don't have his, why did I not put his name in my little cliff notes? But if you go over to hackaday.com, this is, I think it's still on the front page, just search selective ironing to find the creator who's been working on it. But it's a one layer feature. Then you swap out a layer for a custom ironing path. So not a hard add-on to normal printing. And again, it sounds simple. Getting the workflow to have to take the CAD, gymnastics, as you will, over the top for the post-processing. There's a little more in depth than just telling the nozzle to do this and it's done. I don't understand it, but if you want to read the article, you might understand it. So it's still experimental and just a cool way to make the prints look a little more custom. And I'm sure there's probably all sorts of designs. These are not these are preset what he has, but I believe it is fully customizable. Next up, we have Icon, which we've heard that name in the housing industry with 3D printed homes and buildings quite a bit, but now they have their first Icon Titan construction 3D printer now for sale. I don't know the total price. I know right now, if you're interested in it, you put down a $5,000 deposit. It'll hold your place for one. They're expecting to do training, I believe, in next year, so they can train you how to use it before you purchase your own machine and just start spitting concrete everywhere. But it was interesting to see that it's not a concrete 3D printer. It's a construction 3D printer, which makes more sense because concrete can be used in so many more ways, not just the walls of a home or a warehouse building, etc. But if you got a deep pocketbook, you might be interested and purchase your own construction 3D printer. Let me know how that works. Next up, we have 3D printed shoes with advanced propulsion tech. And if you've heard that before in the shoe industry, it's more of an Adidas thing. So this is a Japan startup that is looking to have 3D printed shoes with advanced propulsion tech, ideally for running, a little bit of rebound as it squishes down, kind of, propulses you forward. I'm a science major for sure. But the midsole is 3D printed. The geometry can be precisely engineered instead of molded. We've seen that also in many other designs. You get the different lattice features, but it allows you to also get that specific rebound in certain areas of the shoe. So again, just unlocking more feats of the human physique and helping it into maybe getting the fastest speed ever ran. We'll see. I don't even know who holds that title anymore, but maybe it's one of you. And next up, we have something that we've been talking with actually Steve from Hue Forge and the crew that has been working on this full spectrum printing as part of Orca to do just that, full spectrum color printing without it's not layer swaps. So it's done a little bit different. I did do cliff notes on this because I still don't fully understand it. It's kind of like the technology of the Hue Forge app. I understand what it does, just not how it does it. But it's virtual color printing. And it's basically brings it to almost any 3D printer, even single extruding machines, where it doesn't have to do that swap out. But instead of swapping, the slicer simulates colors using pattern textures and layer tricks. So it's using that same blending technique that Hue Forge uses, just on a different 3D, what do I say, all axis 3D plane. But it works carefully controlling tool paths to create visual contrast through light and shadow. And again, that's where you kind of blend those colors together. This is one example All3DP had on their article. If you read through the article, there's a lot of examples. There's actually, I think, a GitHub now for the full spectrum stuff. I've got some filament on the way to the gentleman working on it to just kind of push it even further, because it is definitely another cool addition to 3D printing that we haven't had before. So definitely support those guys. Go check out their work and play with it if you can. And last but not least, we have Polymaker. Not quite Polymaker, Panchroma. We've released 12 new mats. If you noticed about a week or 2 weeks ago, we may have inadvertently released these on Amazon. The stock was getting there, was automatically processed. Our bad. Here's the official launch. It's available on the retail channels. It is going to be coming to the EU countries soon. We're just waiting for the shipping to happen. But 12 new matte colors. You got the beige, you got the pastel coral, you got the pastel mauve, pastel terracotta, moss, sunshine yellow, grass green. I'm looking at the picture here. Muted teal. Oh, what's the other green one? Emerald green. Muted mauve, muted wine burgundy, not Ron burgundy. Raspberry blue. I think I missed one of those, but 12 of them. They're all live on the site. You can go order them if you already haven't. The beige, good skin tone. I don't have my, I gave it to Nora. I would show you on the screen, but there's just a really, there's some more additions to the colors. This now makes the matte series alone, not including dual mattes or anything else or gradients, just the matte solid colors, 50 color collection. So believe it is the largest matte color collection of 3D print filament on the interwebs. So go check out. Maybe there's a color there now that's new that you've been waiting to find, or if there's not, let us know in feedback. Let us know what you're looking for, and you never know when it might be added to the palette. So that is it for the news. We're going to head over to see what you guys have been printing and spool to spotlight. First things up, we have Dilligaff, who has printed Punch by Hiko 3D, available in Maker World. If you don't know who Punch is, it's the most internet famous monkey currently at the time. He has a stuffed animal. He's bullied by all the other monkeys, but it's cute to watch some of the videos of how he saves his stuffed animal. So just a cute print. This is, I think, a Flexi also. And I've seen many keychains and different playthings of this, but just a fun print overall. Next up, we had Midnight Wolf, who has printed the Batman mesh textile. This was a design. It basically took an SVG, converted into the print for textile, laid the textile mesh down so that it's on fabric. So it doesn't have a download because it's just a SVG to STL, extruded just to a thin layer on top of the mesh. So something you could do yourself. Kaizen 3D was on the show a few weeks ago. Check out his stuff. He does a lot of helpful tutorials on kind of how to do that if you want to make your own custom mesh, custom shirts, custom bags, capes, hoods, etc. Next up, we have a familiar name. Polymaker Pete has printed the pushrod engine with gearbox. This is a design by Boot Jevardir, available on Maker World. And this is a fully functional crank single piston engine, and just a very cool use of PET G, the new PET G, in the case of something that completely moves. Of course, there's some hardware holding it together, but this is going to be on display at our Rapid booth at Rapid Boston here in about a month. So if you're going to be there, you'll be able to check this out. Maybe they'll even let you do a little bit of crank yourself. I don't know. Don't touch unless you're told, but I don't think they'll mind. And next up, we have Mad Dog or Jeff, who has printed Daffy Duck. The link was not shared, so I'm not sure where to get this, but just, who doesn't like Daffy Duck? And then plus the ducks are, I'm going to assume they're small ducks. Those are probably Big Tree Tech ducks. That's just a guess. Looks like they're on top of a custom printer. So it all makes sense, but just a good little print of an iconic figure. And last but not least, we have Tech Jeeper, who has printed the Subaru Badge of Ownership bracket, designed by Ian Drake, available on printables, and it's the bottom part in between the two bolts. I had to look because it looks like the frame might be printed too. But I guess Subaru, they have badges of ownership that maybe has like kind of each hobby and like what you're into. This allows you to put it onto your plate without having to actually stick it to the license plate. And then you can take it off, reuse it, etc. But maybe brownie points, maybe a good reason I use this one as a last example, because the plate, I mean, can you get any more of an amazing supporter of Polymaker than with a custom plate? I don't even have that. So what does that say about me? Tech Jeeber's coming for my job. So great print, all of you. Thank you for sharing. Again, share yourself at discord.polymaker.com. Show a friend's channel and make sure to share the link. If it's behind a paywall, that's fine too. If you designed it, it's not available, just put it just so we know where it's available, or if it's just not available, and we can just admire your own work and give you praise through the threads. So thanks for sharing, everybody. We're going to take a commercial break. It's the same one I've been using. Sorry, it's going to get refreshed at some point. And then we're going to come back and we're going to meet none other than Bob from California. Stay tuned. We'll see you in a moment. Come on down to Polymaker's Palace of Printing Perfection, where we have everything your 3D printing heart desires. We have PLA, we have ABS. Let's not forget ASA, maybe PETG is your material of choice. We got that too. Don't forget nylons for those specific needs. Printing something special for that loved one in your life? We have all the colors to make that print a one of a kind. You want reds? We got them. How about blues? We got those too. And greens? Of course we do. Too many to count. And let's not forget the yellows all day long. Now don't take my word for it. Come on down and see for yourself. Here at Polymaker's Palace of Printing Perfection, we strive to fulfill all your printing needs. So come on down and start your collection today. We're easy to find right past the giant light box on Hangout Avenue at us.polymaker.com.
Are you into cosplay and prop making? Are you tired of having to break out those power tools to sand those lines away? And don't forget about all that hand sanding. Cramps. Ouch. Introducing Polymaker's Cos PLA, available in two different versions, version A and version B. Both versions are still easier to sand than standard PLA. Find out more at us.polymaker.com.
Whoa, I'd love to get into 3D printing, but I live here on the sun where the UV rays are nuts.
Wait just one moment there, strapping young chap. Have you ever heard of Polymaker ASA? Polymaker ASA is UV resistant, so it is the perfect application for printing near or around the sun.
No way, bro.
Yes way, Broseph. Here, try it out.
Radical, man.
If you need a weather-resistant material, make sure you check out Polymaker's ASA.
Printing on the sun is no problem at all with Polymaker ASA.
And welcome back to the show, everybody. I hope you enjoyed those commercials. If it's the first time you're seeing them, probably more enjoyable than having it be the 50th time that you've seen them. I'm still waiting for some people to want to, win some filament or earn some filament. I guess you're not winning. If you want to look up some rules on submitting your own commercial, there's a commercial channel over on our Discord. Go check that out. If you have any questions, you can ask away in there. But always looking for fun, some parody stuff, Polymaker themed, 3D printing themed, fun stuff. Doesn't have to be high production. Just have some passion behind it. But share yours if you like, and you can earn some filament from Polymaker. With that said, we're here, as I talked him up earlier, and he's a very humble guy, so he's going to be like, stop. But I'm not, because this guy is a pretty positive guy and a positive impact on our community. So with that said, please welcome in Bob from California. How's it going, Bob?
How's it going?
Going well. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Yep, and thanks for being in the green room while I talk you up big time. Where you're probably I couldn't see you, but I'm sure you're like, come on, Joel, stop.
Yeah, you definitely couldn't see me because I'm talking. You couldn't hear.
Yeah. So real quick, for those that might not know, you might not be in the community for very long. Who are you? What do you do?
I am, a maker, a creator at heart. I love sharing this with as many people as possible. And it's really enabled me to take my ideas from here and then put them into either my hand or hand them to someone. It's really been just a journey, a whirlwind, if that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and especially too, you've been in it for a little while, which we'll get to the kind of the start of it here in a second. But being in it that long, I mean, you've seen so many changes and so many things, and it's unlocked so many more doors of just what can be created or what you can create, and then, like you said, put in your hand or someone else's hand.
Yeah. And I know you've talked about that, the joy of handing something to someone and it's just like, what, you made this? And
Yeah, like
it's incredible. And then to take that and here, let me give you a printer. I recently did that, and it's like, what do you mean give me a printer? That's like, oh, now you can make it. And
enabling somebody to go down that same path and realize, like, holy crap, this is accessible.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, as I said, going back to the past, then is when did you get started in 3D printing, and what really got you into it first?
So I was trying to find a date on that. So it was before 2020.
Okay.
And I work at a school district, and I'm kind of working in a classroom, and I walk in and they have an Ultimaker 2. And they have 6 of these, and they're printing ABS, which I think was the only filament they had in a classroom, some with open doors.
Not quite ventilated. Yeah.
Oh, you could definitely smell the ABS in these classrooms. And it was like, whoa, what is this? And then I came back later, and it's like, all right, you slice something, you're like 17 hours to print this. Oh man, okay, well, let me start it on a Friday. I'll come back Monday, and then I'll have something. And little things, and you're like, this is amazing. You don't think about it now. It's like 17 hours.
Oh yeah, that's long. Unless it's a huge color, multicolor print. But that wasn't even an option back then. Multicolor didn't exist.
Not at all. Not at all. So then I think it was right before COVID, if I remember right. I ended up really liking it. I was like, I don't want to wait till the weekend to print. I don't want to, So I ended up getting an Ender 3, and it was March 1st, 2020. And it was just, what can I do with this? And it just exploded from there. And I'm along for the ride at this point.
Oh yeah. And one thing I always ask, so of course I started with an Ender 3 also, is do you still have your OG printer, or is that long gone?
I have upgraded it up to a Voron switch wire, which then I proceeded to give away to someone, and they still have it, and they're loving it. And that led to another hobby, which was drones, which we were flying custom drones. And I always reach out. If anyone needs a print, you reach out to me, I'll print it and I'll ship it to you. And that's really what led to, hey, you could do this too. And it was like, if I don't get rid of this printer, I'm going to keep upgrading and keep upgrading and keep up. So it's like,
never-ending project.
Yeah. Which then led to more printers, because now I'm down one. So Let's see.
So now,
I've
and
got a list.
you've built printers. Have you built multiple or just one? How many have you actually built? I mean, other than your consumer
so
ones.
my second printer I got was a MK3, and that I got as a kit because it's cheaper, and printed it, built it, tore it apart, rebuilt it. MK3S. Then I got a Solvo SV06, and
Okay.
then I needed something bigger, something high temperature. And I was doing a lot of PETG. They didn't have the dryer solutions that we have now. And I was like, food dehydrator, back and forth, back and forth. Like, hey, I need an ABS printer. So it was right day one, they announced the Trident. So I was going to build a 2.4, and then they announced the Trident. And I said, okay, let me just switch gears.
Go
let
that
me get a
route.
Trident. And of course, get the biggest one, a 350. It's like perfect. So built that, which then led to like, what else could I build with this? And you're building more, and you're really pushing the limits, not only of slicers, but of the printers themselves. So then I keep getting different things. I got a resin printer, which I learned that it's beautiful, but it is a lot of work, and you have to be diligent. And I'm not a diligent person when it comes to cleaning and everything. So it's like,
I just want it to be done when it's done, right?
Yeah. So give the resin printer away. Then the Bamboo Lab startup Kickstarter came up, and I'm like, no way, it can't be that good. So, but talking with different ones, it was like not going to be good, and ended up waiting, and I got, I think, the third round. Let's see. Once they came out. No, I didn't get the Kickstarter. It was once they sold out, and then they sold out and sold out and sold out and sold out.
Okay.
Like, so then I got a P1P, which then turned into a P1S, and a lot of other.
So needless to say, you like to tinker.
Yes. But this is the year that I'm determined to, okay, tinkering's good, and there's a place for it, but also I need to produce like this.
You want to just be able to print
something
when you want to print.
Yeah. So I got my bamboos for that, and I got my Tridents for customized stuff.
There you go. Well, like I said too, is there you can adjust the heat. So if you want to push something through it, you want to try a different hot end, so that you still have that bench to build off of. While like you said too, is having if I just want to have a print that I know is going to print, it's easy to just throw it to bamboo.
Yeah. But if you want to print peak, I think I still have the only peak printing Trident out there, which is not a good base for a peak printer, so I would recommend elsewhere. But
I think that so you had printed one of the Polymaker scientists, didn't you? And like what was the layer height? Because it was great, but it was awful at the same time.
Yeah, it was awful. Now that I think just was me slicing it, because you start slicing things like even the test cubes. You're like, okay, there was $20. Okay, there was $40.
Peak's not cheap.
Okay. Yeah. So it really, and then just the damage you do to your printers. I mean, these aren't made for ultra high temperature, so it's like, hey, I need to replace belts. I need to replace hot ends. Hey, I melted the plastic. Okay, go with aluminum parts. Okay, I melted it. It just keeps going. So
needless to say, you haven't stayed with printing peak.
No. I can, but I print other stuff now. And you guys came out with some great alternatives. It's like these stuff is amazing, and I can't wait to see more stuff like that, and really highlighting the differences. I know you got your PPS, and I can't wait to really push these filaments to see, like, it's supposed to be indissolvable. We'll see what we can
just put it through its paces, see what it really does. I don't know why this thing cuts out. Give me just a second, Bob, because I'll wait for it to catch up here. There we go. Oh, if you can hear me, Bob, just one moment. That was the first time I'd ever kicked back twice. Okay, welcome back to the show. I don't know. It just, the screen just gone, and then anyway, welcome back.
I see three of you.
Oh, is there? So okay. It did glitch several times.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this has never happened before, Bob. This something does not like you, or it's my internet. Okay, let's waiting. Hold on. Oh nope, he's gone again. Go ahead and hold on, I don't know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, Bob, close out your browser and reopen it. because I can see it popping in and out. They're digging. They're digging outside my house right now. Well, they were earlier today. So hopefully soon. Ground's soft. They can dig through. So bear with me just a moment. We're waiting for Bob to get back here. Is the stream overall, is everything still looking okay? Like overall, the stream, is it laggy? Is it okay? I don't know if it's just a software problem or browser problem or a Streamlabs problem. Wait for some feedback. You look great. Oh, stop. You look great, little John. No, Tech Jeeper, not that this hasn't ever happened. It's never happened back to back to back. Like, he keeps popping in and out. Okay. Let's give it a go again. Welcome back to the show, Bob. So,
yeah,
where
we're talking about filaments. About filaments.
Different filaments, yeah.
Yeah, different filaments. So PPS, and then another one not a lot of people talk about.
Oh my gosh. It's almost like the other filament companies are after us. They don't want Bob talking about Polymaker. Okay, this is gonna drive me insane. I'm gonna click on you. Okay, hold on. Ready? Show on stream. Don't use the F word. We're talking about material, such as the stuff that we carry. And other than the PPS, what are you excited about?
PCPBT. Not a lot of people talk about that one.
Yep.
And with that one, it's really awesome for cold.
It's not on my end. This is I'm blaming Bob. I'm gonna blame the guest. What is, I don't know what the deal is. Hold on, let me I'm gonna let him come back here. Give me just a second, Bob, before I click on you and make you disappear. Let me see if there's like a known issue. Collab cam keeps dropping guest Streamlabs. Maybe there's something I'd set, like a chat. Charging utility, high CPU, GPU encoding overload, or browser-based connection timeouts. Fix this for the guest is unstable. Wired connection, lower the outgoing bitrate, reduce scene complexity, or use a supported browser, Chrome or Edge. You guys can hear me reading the Chrome. I gotta just mute myself. Okay, there is no like stream or scene load. Let me change a setting here. Bob, I want to bring you back. You're here. If you want to try talking, I want to try to change a setting while you talk.
Perfect. What I'm just highlighting is that there's so many different materials, and there's use cases for each. And really, it was Polymaker that really enabled this. So I had a really big print that I was doing. It was I started to print Legos, and then it was like, okay, well, they were pulling all the files down, so it's like, okay, well, let me print. My son wanted a Millennium Falcon. It was really cool, and I started printing that. And really, you should check scale when you start printing stuff, because it just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think if you went to Rocky Mountain 2024, it was there. 2024, it was there. Now that is 22 pounds and 10 rolls, actually probably 25 rolls of filament that I started with, and I had a lot of issues, just color consistency, even from the same maker, bottom, and it was like you could just see the change. I'm like, contact the company. I'm like, hey, there's an issue, and they're like, oh, well, we don't want to deal with you. I was like, what? So okay, now I have all this filaments, different colors, and well, you should buy our new stuff because our new stuff doesn't have that problem. I'm not buying nothing.
Yeah, that makes me want to trust you.
Yeah. So I bought a spool here, bought a spool there, different things, and then I was watching streams, and I was watching Zombie, and Zombie recommended Polymaker. It's like perfect. So came into the Discord, started talking, started winning filament, won a lot of filament, started ordering filament, and then it's like, okay, well, this stuff's really consistent. It prints so nice. and I can't recommend it enough for consistency.
And then that's the thing too is you were introduced to it, and like I said, I remember you bringing the Millennium Falcon, which you drove that from obviously California to Colorado and survived, and it was like a perfect setup because we had Chris Perillo's little figures, which a majority of them were Star Wars, so it was like a perfect little mix. I think the scale, perfect. Scale was close enough. It was fun, but I don't know how many people would ask, because the big thing too is I remember it so clearly. It was done on an Ender 3, and of course end pieces, and it was like we were like, wait, what? This was done on an Ender 3?
Yeah, Ender 3 and an MK3S, and then I bought. There was another printer in there. I had 3 printing because I think it ended up being 2,800 hours of printing.
Tons, and well, because then you end up like doing a little bit of paint, and you added the LEDs inside of it too, right? Because it was a ceiling lamp or light fixture.
Well, it's my son's nightlight, right? But okay, starting on this project, you start printing something, and I love big projects because they teach you so much. They teach you to really be a good advocate for slicing. You got to slice good. You got to slice. Okay, well, what's the end result? Hey, I want to change something. It's like, hey, I want to add an LED here. Well, now I need to learn modeling. So it's like, okay, well, now I need to go get Fusion. It's like, well, that's the wrong program to just cut a hole in something. So then I got Tinkercad, and Tinkercad has been phenomenal until you hit the file size limit, and then you're like, dang. So I need a pro version of Tinkercad.
There you go.
But you take the file and you're like, hey, I'm visioning. Hey, I want to do LED strips on here, and then I need to cut out and then add spots for things, and then Polymaker has a clear. Let me do a clear windshield so you can see through it. And then it just keeps adding. But the whole time I'm learning along the way, and a lot of so many failed parts. And then it's like, okay,
name of the game.
Fail? Yeah. Well, each time something fails, I'm learning from it. It's like, okay, so now when someone else has a problem, I'm looking at it. It's like, hey, you need to change this. And then that's helping the community, and they're helping me, and it builds a beautiful community. It really. That's something I of course mentioned, and like I said, I know you're very humble about it, but you have been a very strong part of the community. You've been positive, always helping. I'm gonna throw you under the bus here. Is just somewhat recently, going as far as there was a gentleman having a concern with his, I think, Neptune 3 Max, and of course we've got some stuff we're trying to get profiles and everything, but nobody on the team has that printer, so we can't like directly help him. Bob here just like, you know what, I'll get one. I'll figure it out. I'll help you through it. And that's where I think led to the fact of even before that was just something recent. And I'm more just painting the picture of how awesome of a person Bob is you also started doing what I did in the beginning of, and before me, I think, even because I I met you, and we were working
together at Rock.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we were both, we both community volunteers, and then Bob, made the drive out there, helped out at the booth. Bob's helping out recently. He's back in the mix of things, and I suckered him in on some tasks. But he'll be at Rocky Mountain with us at our booth.
Come and meet me. Come shake my hand. I'd love to meet everyone.
Yeah, if you haven't met Bob in person, again, it's just a constant smile. People always give me heck, like, how do you have so much energy? Like, I have energy and stuff, and I typically have a smile, but now Bob, I'm going to give Bob the credit. He gets first place for smile. I'll take second place. But yeah, so of course, now with that is you volunteered. You also, we still use parts and pieces of stuff that you printed. What was that project with the hot ends?
The hot end project. So that was at Rapid. We had Rapid at the LA Convention Center. And if anyone gets a chance, go to Rapid. What an incredible show.
So much there.
To see the professional level of stuff and the size of printers, and to see the different projects. The group that was there with us that did the slicing modifiers, they're in Bamboo Studio now. Was it Helio Additive?
Yep.
Yeah. So amazing. If you want to see some beautiful stuff, download that on Bamboo.
They just actually recently had an update of, I think they call it something in Enhance. There's two halves to it. Yeah,
I've been using it, and it's been working. I've been using a top secret project, and it's been working. It really has
I hope it's been
nice.
working because we don't have much time.
It is. It is. And I've already hit the file limit, of course. 75 megabytes.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, if I knew you were using that, so we'll talk about that after the show. But I'll get you some more access there.
Yeah. Well, perfect. We've been having different discussions. If you want to join, they have a Discord and they have one for Bamboo Slicer, and we'd love more people to come in and share and use it, give experiences, because it's just going to make it better.
Yeah, because that's the feedback. I mean, that's the same as, of course, 2 hours ago, Sean doing feedback hour is, we don't know. We try to see everything. We can't see all the mistakes and everything. And that's, where people using the website or using, the wiki, whatever it might be, is, without that feedback, it's, I'm most likely going to stay stale. So, and same with any other company, any other product. Like you said, it's nice with the Discord because then you have the same people. You have somebody like you that's been using it, might be able to answer a simple question where something else is a problem that just needs fixed. But that's where you've been kind of helpful too, is just across the Discord you're in many Discords. Of course, you've been one of, we only have a select few of people that are moderators for the Polymaker Discord, which is probably a bad thing for me because we're growing and growing. You guys have done an amazing job, but just one of the awesome mods because you've been doing the moderation for how long now?
3 or 5 years. It's been going, and we got a great bunch of friends that really help out, and you really see the love and the passion in there because it's not just a job. It's definitely not a day job, and it's fun. You want to be there. You want it to be encouraging. I want the kids at my schools that I work at be able to come into the Discord, find answers to their questions, find your show off prints, get ideas, get inspired, and then start making stuff. And really, I really want to commend Polymaker. I've seen, like you said, we've been doing things for a long time. I saw HueForge when it first started. When Steve joined the Discord and was like, "Hey, would you guys use this?" It's like, yes, right.
Show us more.
But it was Polymaker really with that push, like, "Hey, we want to see more of this." And now look at where it led to. And so many different projects along the way. The hot ends at Rapid, it's showing what you could do, on a more professional level. You go and you buy a hot end. You don't think, hey, I can make one. So Nick wanted to highlight the new colors. We had new colors that year, and that you could make these projects. And now I've seen them at different shows. I've seen them change a little bit, but there's so much things that we can do. And
now to highlight the new colors thing and to go back on a part of our previous conversation, Bob was, I think, one of the largest, if not the first and largest advocates for colored engineering filament. And of course, when we were coming out with it, I knew about it. Of course, I worked for Polymaker at that point, and I knew as soon as I heard about it, in the internal channels, I'm like, I know the one person that is going to be so happy about this.
Engineers are people too.
We want more colors too. And have you had a chance to print with all the different colors yet, like the ASA carbon fibers? And I think that's the main ones we have color of, other than PET too, also.
Yeah, I got them, but I then got onto the SPID project, so everything kind of got pushed to the side. So it's like, okay, I have them, I'm just waiting for it. But if you notice, they're consistently sold out of the color ones. So just,
it's almost like someone who recommended this as a thing long ago.
Yeah,
maybe we should have it as a thing. And that's honestly though I'll give them props. The colors, the blue, I love the blue. The red is one of my most favorite reds, and of course with the carbon fiber, it just has a beautiful finish. So I can't wait to see what you print with it, because you're a creative guy and coming up with all sorts of different ideas and whatnot. But I knew, like I said, I want to kind of transition back to that, because I could only imagine when you finally read like a release, or one of us told you colored filaments are coming up, we promise.
If you look, you go back to Discord, search my name, and it's right there. See, Joel, see, I told you.
It needs to have actually, what I would say, a little throwback to, thanks Bob for the recommendation on all the site, because that was, not that other people didn't want it, but I remember that was the biggest thing. And so
at Rapid that year, that was the release of the Fibron.
Oh yeah, because that was the Panchroma Fibron launch. Yep.
And I think there was so much more excitement than was expected, and everyone was like, "Whoa, engineering, Polymaker, consistency, consistent,"
Yep.
and reasonably priced. I keep going back to that because I see other brands. It's like, well, I mean, they're top tier premium. Like, well, I mean, it's still Prince, but I want consistency, and
Yep.
Polymaker has been right there at the right price point every time.
No, yeah, you've been a great supporter of. I got sidetracked. Thanks a lot. You know who you are. I didn't turn my notifications off, and I just read somebody that's watching the stream in their comment. I'll get you, boy. I'll get you. But okay, so now of course you're where you're at now. You got your custom printers, you got your bamboo printers, you kind of got that, both sides of the field there. Is there anything that you're looking forward to that is, whether it's something we know is coming out this year, or maybe the innovation of tool chain? Is there anything with the future of 3D printing that you're most excited about?
Yeah, I'm excited for the release of the tool head. Was the Bondtech tool head system?
Yeah,
It kind of got pushed back. It
the
kind of got
index.
pushed back. It's like so I ended up with an H2C, and it's like, okay, I could see the use case for this printer, but then there's also other use cases. So I see a platform for both, and it has been a really nice printer along the way. And now what needs to come up, what I'm excited for this year, hopefully this year, is innovation in slicers. I really want slicers to be better, because they're good, but we could see how much has changed in the last year, the last 5 years, and you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
slicers now need to catch up with the printer. So that's what I'm really most excited about.
And that's, I think, too, is what we're looking at too, is the fact that on the printers themselves, the UI on the we'll use bamboo as an example, but I know everybody else has used the similar stuff. It's intuitive. The screen, the user interface is intuitive on the printer, and not that the slicers aren't, but we're all used to. We've been in it. I'm sure every one of us that's watching has advanced clicked on, but how many of those are you really messing with? And that's where I think too is to be able to fine tune something but better understand it, whether it be tips that pop up or whatever. But I think where there's number one, more features, but not even that, but just the fact of the slicer itself just being a complete turnkey, because we're used to it, the fact that we've been using them, we know most of them inside out. New users, that's the biggest thing, is that's where bamboo excels, because they're a great experience for first users. That's where we try to excel, with having a filament that just works. You don't have to toy with it. And that's where the slicer, I think, like right now, if you're going to look at anything where the most problems happen with new users, is the slicer. It's not the printer's fault. It's not the filament's fault. It's the slicer. Something got messed with, or somebody tinkered when they shouldn't have tinkered. We see that in a lot of tickets. But so I agree. Now, is your go-to slicer Orca slicer, since you have kind of the both sides of things? Or
I keep going back and forth between different ones. I just tried the new one that you recommended in the news a while back, and I want to start using that one a little bit more.
The flight, super flight, or what was that? I can't remember.
Pre-flight.
There we go. I knew it was something flight.
Yeah, the 64-bit one. It's like, hey, I could see the use case for that, and I went and downloaded it, kind of used it. I need to actually print some stuff with it now, so I'm excited to try that. With the H2C, I had to go back to Bamboo Studio, and there's so much more features there than I was used to. It was like, whoa, I need to come back and visit these more, because there was so much more stuff that I didn't know. And a perfect use case was, I was trying to print a large object, and I'm trying to save the color that I have. So I have one roll, and I need to really stretch it. So it's like, okay, well, I have all these remnant rolls. They got 100 grams, 60 grams, 80 grams. I got dozens of them. It's like, okay, well, can I use that for the infill? Because no one's going to see the infill. It's going to be 1 millimeter thick balls. You'll never be able to see. It's like, oh yeah. So I load up 4 of them in the AMS, and it's like, okay, so infill is this color, the shell is this color, and having that slicer that can do that is like that. There's the innovation. That's what I'm excited about.
Well, that's where too, is the innovation too, to help the waste reduction. Of course, you got the H2C, so that's one of the big things with that is waste reduction, and just like you said, is that feature there is not something that unless you were kind of playing around and found the feature that you're going to think about. And we just are used to the default settings that'll save us some filament, but that's a great use case of I got all this extra small bits of filament that I'm never going to use on a full print. What can I use it for? Yeah, dump it into the infill, and that's, and now we have the option to have that done in a speedy fashion, whether it would be the two nozzle head or a tool changer.
Yeah, and the use case, the one file I was printing, just the infill was 200 grams of filament. So that was like 3 partial rolls. It's like, okay, perfect for me.
Yep.
Get rid of these. But now I have 200 grams more of this one. It's like, yes.
Especially if it's one that you're normally using or it's a good color. I mean, that's, I think we're all guilty of having a certain color that we really like. It's like, it's the last spool, and we're just very picky on how we use it. So it just sits on the shelf longer than it should. So yeah.
I have a few custom special rolls that only get brought out for the very ones. Very specific use case.
But we are getting close to the end here, so I'm going to throw it over to the community. Anybody that has questions for Bob, go ahead and feel free to ask, and we will throw those his way once I start seeing them pop up in chat.
I saw one earlier. I'm gonna try to make it to open source. I'm over here, so it's like I'm trying to make it there. There's also Orange County Maker Fair, I think it is. I'm trying to make that one. So
yeah, because I think Orange County is typically the same weekend or around the same area as 3D Printopia.
Yeah.
Build Overbot asks, what is it like to have the best name in the world?
I picked this name because someone else had my name, and it was like, okay. And then I love the way Nick pronounces it. He says it was like, I'm from California.
He does an emphasis on the California.
And it was like, Joy, it's like perfect. That was perfect. So that I took it as like perfect.
So now I've talked about it too, is even when I came on board with Polymaker, is does he ever call you Bob, or does he always call you Bob from California?
Bob.
Okay. He shortens yours. I would say it was always a funny thing of how long it took him, even when I was hired full time, to get off of the name Nicor and understand like it's Joel. And just I've had this story many times of just first few meetings, like when he's introduced me to people, it's like, and this is Nicor. Joel. And like he's so upset to have to just call me Joel. Nicor does sound a lot cooler, it just doesn't sound like a real name. Let's see here. I just want to thank Bob for gifting printers to Pezlas because she paid it forward to me, and now I have another Sovol SV06 and Prusa MK3S Plus Cuzzer. So Star Rose 3. There we go. Yeah. And that's the whole pay it forward. It's
how many
a true
people
thing.
have one part or something that they're never going to use, or a printer? It's like, hey, I got a new one, and now this one's kind of sitting there. It's like, hey, if someone could use those, give it
a second life.
Yeah, so people are so excited for stuff. I have enough parts to make another Voron, and it's like, am I going to build another, or should I give these out to people? You know, it's
be an excuse when the index comes out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jupiter Robotics asked, and also kind of answered on his own. So, Bob from California, where are you from? Now, are you
Southern
originally
California.
from California?
Yeah, born in
California. All your life.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Helix 4D asks, question for Bob: what's the most difficult model you've ever had to print?
Ooh, what? That's a tricky question. So there's so many unique aspects to models, but the Polymaker Scientist has been the most challenging just for me. Okay, so I have printed probably close to 1,000 of them at this point. And each one, we did the color samples, and then it became the game. But the original ones went to get photographed for the website. I was like, how cool. Now, what if I send this scientist and it gets photoed and it looks over extruded, under extruded, so many different things. It's like, no, I want it to be perfect. So I'm printing. I'm like, nope. So you have to figure out every slicer setting for each different material now. So it's ABS, now nylons, and then each one has their own challenges. So it's like I'm just going back and forth, and you're just like ripping your hair out.
Pretty
like,
more. Like everything looks good, and but then the what is it? The nodule or whatever
has
got a little underneath.
Like,
yeah.
And then we found the model had a loop in the back, so we had to modify it. So the loop, it was like,
it's been updated since, but still, it's still like you said, is even with the PLA, like the Panchroma series, most of those will print generic PLA, not really have to mess with much, maybe some stuff with the silk here and there, but yeah, when you're changing up the complete material, you can't just use generic high temp stuff. There's not one. And so that's, I forgot too, that you were one of the original contributors to photos and then the game itself too. Because it was you did a lot of the ABS and ASA and nylons, and I remember we had an Excel sheet that everybody kind of had to sign off on, like I did this.
It was so last minute too, and it was just it wasn't like an official thing. It was like, hey, let's bring these, and then it turned into, oh man, let's bring it. It was like, oh my goodness.
Oh, and it's been through so many iterations now. Yeah. Let's see. Prezlis, Bob the enabler and the kindest tech support. Yeah. Bob's willing to help anybody and everybody. Let's see. Midnight Wolf. Is there a 3D printer you never want to use again? We had that bad of an experience with any?
My resin printer. Yeah, I'll skip it.
Fair. Yeah. And that's one thing I think
great.
I
do have some beautiful prints. But
they do great prints, but I'm the same as you. It's like when it's done, I want it to be done. It's one thing if I had to pop off supports, things like that. That's simple, but having to pop off supports, clean it, cure it, hope that there's not tacky anymore, and it's just it's great. It definitely has its use cases, but I rarely touch mine. So and nowadays, I mean, I have them even laying right here just messing. I mean, you get the detail just off FDM, and that's off of a normal 0.4 nozzle. That wasn't even a smaller one. So it's like, do I need the resin? Suppose if you're super perfect.
The clear is the ones that are like, it really pops. And you show someone a clear print and they're like, this is printed. Oh my goodness.
Well, we'll get there. We're working on some formulas, see if we can get that really nice translucency or transparency. I guess we want full transparency.
Poly Smooth has been a nice one. I've used
that. That's actually very cool. Underrated.
Yep.
Beard Printer asks, what resin has the best flavor? My favorite is strawberry. No, you do not ingest resin.
Yeah.
Mactite does ask, is the Polymaker Palooza happening? Oh, that's not a pod question, but that's hang tight until mid-April. We'll see.
Yeah, we should spread stuff out, not just in April.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do rapid. It was like, but. Oh
yeah, that's I'm missing the rapid, but I'll be at Rocky Mountain. We'll make the best of it. It'll be ideally, I'm not gonna just stress anybody out. Ideally, it'll be the very first event I think that we've had 3 interactions. We've never had that before. 2 is the max we've ever had. So if all goes as planned, and it doesn't always go as planned, that's stay tight. If you're coming to Rocky Mountain, you're guaranteed to have fun regardless. You get to meet some awesome people. We're gonna have some new Polymaker face there. We'll have Bob there. Layer by Layer is gonna be there. We'll see. Maybe Polymaker Sean. We'll see if I can pull him away from his home for just a few days. I think he loves doing the stuff, at the same time he doesn't like traveling. So we'll see if we can grant his wish and get him there. So hoping for a teaser for what's next in the Fiber Online, but there's stuff. There's things coming from the Fiber Online. Nothing I can talk about yet. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. You can drink. No, we cannot. I mean, you can, but no, don't.
I'd advocate for they said a clear PLA would be nice. I agree, but also a clear ABS would be nice.
Yeah. Or what else? I think
translucent
we have
ABS. Yeah.
Translucent. Yeah, we have translucent. We have PET G. We have some clear stuff there. We have. I don't know. Do we have clear PC? I don't know if we. There we go. So clear PC. I mean, who knows? Maybe a couple of those mentioned materials are getting reformulated for better translucent. I don't know because I'm just the community manager. I know nothing, but I'd say there's probably a good chance. PC is hard to print, but there's clear on there. Yep. So we're always looking to make everything more printable if it's not already. And there's only so much you can do to some of the material, but we'll see.
Now you can print PC infill on PET G products, and it sticks just fine.
Okay.
It's the Polymaker PC is not that hard to print. So
does that add then shrink then for somebody that's not technical?
Purely, I just needed to get
Just
rid of
to
the
do-
rolls.
We're talking about the little bits and pieces that you want to try to get
Yeah.
through.
Like,
Hey,
okay, I got this. I was like, okay, let's
Well,
try it. Sure.
now we
That
know.
works great. Yeah, it works great. So.
Let's see.
But
Make
worked
sure
great
that-
for my use case. Yeah.
There you go. Raj. Oh, just hey, that was nice. It was nice meeting you too. It was nice meeting a lot of new faces at Smurf. I don't get over to the UK very often or ever. That was the first. So it's a very enjoyable time. Great people, great event. And yeah, we'll talk more about that on our Tuesday stream. But yeah, I think I don't have any other questions I've missed. Oh wait, no. Helix 40 did ask, have you ever annealed parts?
Yes. When doing my high temperature Voron, I went through the process of annealing everything, and then you still hit the upper limit of those. And then I came across just a screaming deal on some aluminum parts. So it's like, okay, these won't melt. And then I melted the wiring, and then I melted the belts, and then I melted the
It's
linear
amazing
rail.
what heat
It's
can do to things, right? Especially high heat.
Yeah, I was gonna liquid cool my wiring, but then it's like, I got
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Layer by Layer did ask, can you ask Bob if he's figured out the profiles for printing lava? And if he has, can he share them? Well, our lava red
love to.
panchroma matte, you just use generic PLA profile and it works. But
the new colors, the co-extrusions, and they're just. I can't wait to see what this year brings.
yes, many, many, many more things to come. If you're part of our awesome squad, you would know some stuff that is being worked on. But yeah, Smurf was a lot of fun. Lions, yes, I agree. Gentlemen shall be on the show next week, ideally, talking about some awesome LED light projects and marble runs, etc. But I think that is all the questions. Thank you very much for that sophisticated question on the end there, Layer by Layer. You're you're a huge help to this community. Anyway, so I like to end it off with a few rapid fire questions. First two are the same for every guest, and the answers do not have to be Polymaker, although we make great filament and a lot of it. Sometimes there's other cool stuff out there. But first one up, what is your favorite color and or surface effect filament?
I have an exclusive color from Australia that I love. It's the right shade of red, and it's the Sorcerer's Red. And
Not the
there's
easiest to get a hold of.
Not the easiest to get a hold of. With Tesla's help, though, we were able to acquire a case. I think it was 10 rolls that we got. So
With just
if
a
you get
little
to
bit
see
of
those
shipping
colors.
costs, right?
Yeah, it was like $65 a roll or something.
Worth it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But those are those rolls that you just really treasure. There's a story behind it, So that color for me, I can't wait to see for more people to have it and see it. So.
There you go. Well, second question is, out of everything you have printed, what is the one print that you're currently most proud of?
I think most proud of is, I think the Millennium Falcon. So that one, it took a lot of work, but it was a surprise for my son. He loved
That's
it.
even better.
Yeah. And then from there, we've moved. So then it's like, okay, well, where are we going to put this? Things like this. Like, okay, well, then it made it to one of the schools. The schools have it on display. Then it made it to other area, and just everyone made it to Rocky Mountain. And just everybody that sees that, it ties in that memory of, them as a kid. Like, wow, this is amazing. And there's just so much joy behind that print. And it will always hold the space in my heart there.
Has it ever made it through Kessel's Run? I think that's how you pronounce it.
It totally melted, so I airbrushed it, and then I set it out on my deck to dry. And because it's PLA, it went. So I had to heat gun it and pull each part out.
Reshape it. Bob became a sculptor that day.
Sculptor, painter, airbrusher.
A little of everything. Your typical Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo mix.
Yeah, definitely advocate. People try stuff like, hey, I want to try it. It's like, just try it. YouTube. I got a YouTube education. Hey, it's like, hey, I don't need it to be perfect. I just want it to be fun and exciting. And I know everyone can do it. There's so much people to help and help along the way. So,
hey, next question would be, you got yourself, of course, you printed a Trident because it released right at that time. Knowing what you went through there and maybe understanding Vorons a little bit better, what would you recommend for a first build, a Voron or a 2.4?
I think right now the Trident's awesome. It's rock solid. But for me, I think a 2.4 is very compelling because of the tool changer. Like I would
Oh
have
yeah.
skipped the H2C and went with the tool changer, but I haven't tried it. So it's like, oh, I got to tear everything apart and sit. And it's like, just let me just go this way. So
Too many
I think,
modifications.
yeah.
And then last question is, if somebody were looking to make a viral YouTube video, do you have any experience in that? And if so, like what was the video?
I do plumbing videos. I hope you never come across. No, it blew up with COVID, and I realized that I'm not a front of the camera content creator. I like being support. I can be in front of the camera, but it's there's a lot of pressure to produce every week. Hey, and it's like, you know what? I enjoy just producing stuff and giving it away. Here, I made a model. Here, you can have it.
No.
Here's how to fix your printer. Here you go. It's not so much a formal YouTube video. There's so many great creators out there learning about different printers. Really, I was enjoying ModRod and so many other ones because they really go through and they explain all the different things that you could do.
Yep.
And
just present it in a nice, clean way. Yep.
Yeah. And for me, my brain's all over the place. So it's like, hey, while I got that, I was like, oh, this isn't for me. So I know to shift, and I pivoted to, okay, I did do that, but I know I don't want to do that. So what can I do now? And it's support. And I love helping people. That's really the joy. Printing has been, hey, I can fix that. I can make one of these. Hey, they don't sell this. I made
I
something
can make
from
one.
my house. And it's like, oh, but I can make it. And it's like, oh, you fixing the solution to someone's problems is so amazing just to see the joy. They're just so.
And that's the thing too, is I think we talked about it in the very beginning, is even with both of us being in 3D printing for 7-8 years, it's still exciting. Even if it's not something that was something super special that has any meaning to it, just to pull something off the bed, a successful print, and admire, multicolor, the detail, or just whatever the use cases of it is. For me, so far, it's never gotten old. It's always wake up in the morning. If I knew someone was printing overnight, like go down, let's pop it off the bed and we're good to go. Or sometimes, more stressful where it didn't, wasn't successful and you want to pull your hair out, but it doesn't happen as often as it used to. But so real quick, of course, I've got your Maker World link displayed right here. You can't see it, but I can. As what kind of models can people expect if they go check out your Maker World?
I have one model. I have one model on Maker World. So I'm trying to. This year is I make stuff. Now I need to push it out. I need to share it with others. The one on my Maker World is a stupid little button for a paper towel dispenser. We had one at work, and it's like, hey, we need to throw 300 of these away because we don't want to get the replacement buttons. And it's like the button, the little button, Tinkercad, flat part, cone, done. And it's like, okay, so easy. I couldn't find one, so I made one. And now it's like, okay, someone could benefit from this. All right, so I published it. It's there. And I plan to keep publishing stuff. So hopefully you'll see more stuff in there too.
There we go. Yeah, because I know you've created much more than that. Like you said, you just gotta get it out there. But no, I want to thank you very much for being on the show. Of course, we will be in conversation very much in the next coming weeks as we prepare for Rocky Mountain Rep Rap. But thank you very much. You have a wonderful night, and we will talk soon.
Alrighty. Thank you, everybody.
See you later. And another one in the wraps. No, that's way off. Anyway, another show done. Another maker met. Another maker learned about. And legitly, is what I said about Bob. 100% is just a super genuine guy. One of the most positive people that I've been able to work with in this community. Before being with Polymaker, and now being with Polymaker, the same. More help offered than I could ever expect in return for things. So hats off to Bob. If you're going to be a Rocky Mountain, like I said, make sure to stop by. And you're going to, ideally, if all goes well, not to put the pressure on Bob, you'll see what he's been working on. So I have talked about it on the Tuesday stream, but I think once it all comes together and actually seeing it, I'm excited because I have the vision in my head, And I have no doubt me and Bob are kind of same personality. We've had the same ideas kind of back and forth. There's going to be a cool, fun new interaction that's going to be there. And just another way to have fun at the Polymaker booth and see some awesome colors and, you know, some really cool, different kind of ways. So we'll be there April 18th and 19th, Loveland, Colorado. Go check it out if you're going to become there. We'll see you there, or go to the website if you're thinking about it. And, you know, you can book hotels pretty cheap, even if you just go like 10 minutes north. First year I went, I think I spent less than $100. I think it was like $60 a night. Standard hotel. Good enough for me and my son to show up. But yeah, it's going to be a good event. Other than that, we do have a giveaway going on. If you type in "I am awesome" in chat, it's going to get you a chance to win some filament here in just a moment. And then really right now we're slacking on the projects. The community manager for Polymaker, whoever that might be, needs to get some things moving. But we do still have In Printing Color presented by Pezliz over on twitch.tv/Pezliz. And that's exclamation point IPC. That's every Wednesday. Talk about new colors, new surface effects. The new mats just got released. She's got 12 new colors to go over. So plenty to showcase and use in cool, new, awesome ways. So go check her out on that. Also, Pezliz Presents, where she is working to find designers for our designer portfolio to use. If you'll go check out the matte colors today, and you'll see some of the images. You'll see some Kit Kiln, Gazaladra, Skipper, a lot of names you might see familiar in the modeling, where we've worked with them to use their models on the content to show the ways that the different ways of the filament being used, rather than always just in one solid model. It's always nice to see it in different ways. So go check those out. Go check Pezliz out. We also have Sean, who is the Polymaker scientist, on our Polymaker Labs on TikTok. That is exclamation point PML. And that is where he shares tips, tricks, and troubleshooting for all your 3D printing needs. That information is then available, or already has been available, on our wiki at exclamation point wiki, or just wiki.polymaker.com, where you can find all sorts of help, not just Polymaker related help. We want to have help you have the most positive experience with 3D printing, not just with, obviously quality filament, but just so if you have an issue, it's not always the filament, it's not always the user, it's not always the printer. It can be a mix of all. It can be one or the other. So plenty of information to have there to share with friends, anybody that's looking for some questions to be answered. And all else fails, if you think you have an issue with our filament for any reason, support at polymaker.com, and Sean and his colleagues will be sure to get back to you as quickly as possible. But we have a couple things coming up. We have, of course, Tuesday stream on Tuesday. That's a given. We'll be there Tuesday. We have another event coming up. If you are in the Milwaukee area, I think it is the 25th through the 29th. Let me make sure. Let me click that calendar here. Yeah, 25th through the 29th. I was correct. Should have just went with my gut instinct. Adepticon in Milwaukee. That is the world's largest tabletop gaming convention. It is huge. I got the chance to go to it for the first time last year. We are going to have a booth there again. The booth handlers or organizers, always amazing. Hank and Shelly, always the most helpful people. Great to work with. But we're going to have a fun booth there. We always have some type of interaction. This time it's going to be a 4-foot dice tower with a giant D20. You'll be able to roll for a chance to win some prizes. So if you're out there, come play, come check it out. Even if you're not in the tabletop gaming, I promise if you come there, you're going to see some awesome things regardless. I don't tabletop game, but to see the creations people have done, the painting skills that people have, impressive beyond belief. So again, if you can make it out there, love to see your face there. But we are going to get over here to, there we go, the giveaway. Let's get that in there real quick. While you're doing that, I will do my thing of finding somebody to raid out to. Enter. I am awesome. Do. You leave the Discord invite in the chat? Yeah, just it's discord.polymaker.com. If one of the mods want to put that in there and pin it, that's fine. Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom, boom, boom. Well, oh wait, hey, what's this? Ooh. Oh, actually, I'm going to do it here. We're going to copy. And Mr. Delta Trader working on 3D printing design made simple. So we're going to go ahead and channel. And we're going to go right. Boom. Okay. So hopefully you got it in there because I'm going to ready to do the drawing here in a moment. There we go. Okay. Delta's a good dude. Well, we're going to raid out to him. So make sure to show your support to Delta Trader. Tell him Polymaker says hello and show some love to another maker. But before that, let's. Okay, nope, the raid is. Oh, it's because I'm not switched over. Here we go. Exclamation point contact in chat. Alicio, congratulations. You have won a spool of filament from Polymaker. And if you're in the EU, some of you might get a code for the site to order your own. If you're not, and you're still international, I'll get that order to you. Just email me or message me on Discord. I am Polymaker Joel over at discord.polymaker.com. So, and for those might have asked in the chat, I wasn't watching the whole time. UK, we're trying to work to get you live as soon as possible. We're waiting for the inventory to all be ingested. So any day now, any day now, that should be available. Keep your eyes open. Go to the website now. It's alive, shop.polymaker.com, and just click on any of the filament and be notified of stock, because then it should fulfill everything as soon as it hits, and you'll know that the site is live. Be the first to order in the UK and give me some feedback. Let me know how quickly you get it, because I'm curious. But thank you everybody for your support. Have a wonderful night, a wonderful weekend, and a wonderful week. We'll see you next week.